Hi, I'm Daniel, I'm a sleep physician, and if you haven't saw this channel is for you. Have you ever seen a pop-up like this one? If you have, you probably know that it's just a trick to get you to react and allow a true problem, a true malware to infect your computer, and then you have a real problem. This is just like Insomnia. Super nice having you back here. I hope you're doing really well today. And I'm very excited for two reasons. One, as you can see, back in my office, which is nice. But also, I feel that this is a good analogy. It's been a while since I came up with a good analogy. I think this is a helpful one. So actually what happened was my in-laws are visiting, and I think it was my father-in-law who said that he had this kind of pop-up like malware thing, and it wasn't a big deal. I think that they knew what to do. We'll get there in a second, but it just immediately when I thought about this is just like Insomnia. And why am I saying this? Well, you probably at least if you're from an era where and that was very common. I feel it was much more common in the past, where you use your PC, your laptop or whatnot, and then you get this pop-up, right? Malware, red, like blinking, like really trying to get your attention. And if you're not used to that, it may seem real. You may feel like, oh my gosh, my kind of antivirus program has identified a problem. I got to deal with it. So you go like, yes, let's scan the computer, and then you look at really scanning. Oh, we found 246 different malware. We got to take care of that. And then you go like, okay, please delete them. And then it says like, oh, then you got to download this thing to delete them. Then you download that. Well, it's a trick, because when you download this program, that is actually the virus. And when you got that virus, now you're in real problems. Now you probably actually need to get some kind of like anti-malware. You may take it to a repair shop. You might, and it may take weeks and a month until you're finally like gotten rid of that thing, right? And so how is this like Insomnia? Well, it is just like that. It starts off very often as a sleepless night followed by a second or a third sleepless night. That's kind of that warning, trying to get your attention. Something is wrong. Like it's like your brain is going like, okay, this is a problem. It's a big problem. It's a threat. Like I'm under attack basically. And then, the reaction is, I got to do something about it. I got to, try to take some melatonin. No, I got to try a sleep mask. No, I got to turn the lights on down. I got to try this, like changing my diet. I'm going to try to exercise more. I'm going to try this. And the more you try, the more infected you become, the more part of you the insomnia becomes, and the longer it's going to take for you to get rid of it. Just like that malware, spyware trick thing, And so, if you've had this if you've seen these pop-ups on a computer in the past, you see this trick, you've seen it before, and you know that what you should do is like, okay, try not to react. Just think about what just happened and like, okay, how can I get rid of this? Maybe it's something simple as, the Control-Alt-Delete, like close out the programs. Maybe just closing your browser, is all you need to do. And that's it. It's done. It's over with. And it's just the same thing with those sleepless nights that wants to trigger you, wants to engage you. If you just kind of take a deep breath and try not to react, then eventually it will subside. This is particularly helpful to somebody that has had like intermittent trouble sleeping, or somebody who's just like, it didn't start that long ago, to somebody that has had a long history of insomnia. Well, then this is not gonna, what I'm talking about here, then not reacting to like an initial sleepless night is not the solution, but it still pertains to everyone. Meaning, if you, for example, have you've had some success with like CBT, cognitive behavioral therapy, which I always talk about here, or ACT, acceptance commitment therapy, or mindfulness therapy, or whatever you're doing, and you then have like, you revert back, you again have kind of a little relapse and you start having insomnia again, the same thing applies. Try not to react, keep going like, and find like the simplest solution, or sometimes that is doing nothing is often like the right thing to do. Just keep track, keep going forward and do whatever you were doing before. So hope this analogy was helpful, and with that we end this week. And yeah, I guess two highlights. I think this was from last week, but I feel like I haven't talked enough about episode pod 33, which I felt really became loaded with a lot of good stuff from Ellen, and then also yesterday's episode, which is to Julie, Jay, Amy, and Joe. I felt that become a really good one, so definitely tune into those ones if you haven't already heard them. And with that said, I'll be back on Monday. Have a really nice weekend. And by the way, comments are great. Please leave comments or send me an email. Those are all that's super helpful. So my email is daniel@insomniainsight.co. Okay, have a nice weekend again. Bye bye.